Hello everyone, it's Robert G. from iScoot, Connecticut, and today we have something very exciting. Normally we feature electric scooters and electric bikes and products directly related to those, but I've decided to up my video game. I typically will use just a regular video camera or a 360 video camera to do my YouTube videos, but if you watch most of the big YouTubers, they all add drone footage. So I've decided we're going to learn how to fly a drone. So this is being my very first drone, and I'm going to do a series of videos called My First Drone. This is the first part, and we're just going to open the box and kind of get a feel for what we got. This is the Ruko Pro F11PRO Plus. It's a newer model. If you do see this online, videos online for it, they probably have the older version of it. It's July 2026, and this is their newer version. So let's get it open. Now this is not a toy, this is a real drone. It's over 0.55 pounds, which means you'll need to register it with the FAA. I have had products from Ruko before. I had one of their remote control toys, but this is really a whole nother class of products. I haven't seen an unboxing of these, so I don't know how they're packaged. Okay, let's get rid of that. Here it is. Little Ziploc bag. It's interesting, the drone came to me UPS ground, so it took a while to ship to me. Ironic that a drone has to come ground. I think it's because of the lithium batteries that it has in it. Actually a nice case. Quick start guide. Here's the owner's manual. There's a QR code, probably to get the owner's manual online. I'll probably go online and print out the full owner's manual because it'll be a little easier to read with my old eyes. Some padding. Here's the battery. I'm not sure if you get one or two batteries. There's the battery, USB-C to charge it up. And there's a button which I believe turns the battery on. These are cables. These are spare parts, little screwdriver and some blades. And these are the joysticks. This is the charging cable. It says used for charging only, not for data cables. You don't get the wall outlet, so you'll need a USB-C wall outlet. These are the data cables. Depending on what kind of phone you have, you'll use the appropriate data cable. I've never had a drone before, I've never used a drone before, so I'm kind of winging it. So if I say something wrong, please go ahead and feel free to correct me in the comments. Here is the drone. Isn't she pretty? Here's a better view of the case. This is the controller. This is kind of cool. I saw this on the old version. It has an overlay as sort of like a cheat sheet of controls. We'll definitely be using that, or maybe we'll just make a Xerox copy of it. Okay, what should we do next? Let's unfold the drone. I've never used this, so I'm trying to be careful. They just sort of pull out and sort of just fall into place. And there's a little cover over the camera. There's the gimbal. I don't know what this came from. Oh, here's the second battery. Comes with the second battery. I'm going to snap that all the way in there. Okay, I'm not sure how you snap that in. I'm not sure how firm you have to be with the pressure. Oh, just snaps right in. Here's the controller. Now this controller, you need to add you don't have to, but you add your smartphone here to use the app and to view the camera. So this is my personal smartphone. It's an iPhone, but I keep it in an OtterBox. I read another story on this particular model, and they said you couldn't use it if you had an OtterBox because the data cable didn't get in. So I went to Walmart and I picked up this Android phone for $30. It's a track phone, Blue View 5 Pro. It was $30. It was the cheapest burner phone I could find, and hopefully it will let me use it as a controller. So that's what it looks like. Let's open the joysticks. Let's find them. We're in one of these cables. Oh, here they are. Oh my God, there's these tiny little screws in here and some little brackets. I think these little screws and brackets are for the blades. So I'm going to very carefully put those back in the bag because I don't want to lose them. It's interesting they have blue Loctite on them already. I don't know if these are standard screws and standard blades. Maybe someone more experienced with drones can let me know in the comments. I'll probably, when I get back to my office, I think I'll double bag these. So what should we do first? Now, of course, we should really fully charge these. There's USB-C charging right there. But let's just go for it. I'm going to turn the controller on. The battery's at 65%. So it should be good to do the video here. And let's get the right data cable. This track phone has USB-C connections, which is good. I made sure it had USB-C. The data cable is tucked in here. And it says, top port, image transmission data port, visible only when phone holder is lifted. So let's just plug that into the phone. I already loaded the app onto this phone. If you want to know how to load an app on an Android or an iPhone, just ask any 12-year-old. They should be able to tell you better than me. I guess I really should do the quick start guide. It says download the app, charge everything up. You will need to register this with the FAA. Gives you a little detail here. Another thing you'll need to do is, this is a trust certificate. It's a little training course that you have to take. So you either take this or you get your commercial license. My YouTube channel isn't monetized and I'm not going to be creating videos for profit, so this is fine for me now. Get your certificate, print it out. I'm just going to keep it in the case with the drone, so I'll have it with me. Let's turn the drone on. There's a little switch on the battery right here. Oh, it made a noise. It says connect the data cable, set up the app, confirm that the GPS search is complete. Start the motors. Now we're inside, so obviously that's not going to work for GPS. Oh, there we go. Turn it on. Connect. It says connecting. It's making some noises. In here in the quick guide it says appearing. Usually takes about 20 seconds. I got a message here. Open Roku Mini to handle Android AOS interface. We'll just click OK.
GPS mode.
Oh, there you can see. I don't know if you can see. We have the camera there. Now we're inside, so I don't think we want to start it up, but maybe we can be daring and see what we'll do here. To start the motors, you push the joysticks to the 5 o'clock and the 7 position, 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock position. Oh, it's not going. It gave me a message here. It says no GPS signal. I believe we have to put it in a different mode in order to use it indoors. I probably should have read the manual first. Let's see. I believe there's buttons on the side to take pictures. Yeah, there's a button on this side right here. Now it's taking a video. It's timing 3 seconds, 4 seconds. We'll stop. That took a photograph. I'm going to go read the instructions, charge everything up, and stay tuned for part 2 where we'll try and do our first flight.